Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Fireman Dan here, and welcome back to another Space Engineers video. And on this time, I'm going to show you how to automatically use decoys or shields if you come under attack. And this is a new feature that comes with the Warfare Update 2 package. So first thing we're going to do here, in order to make a decoy, we're going to need a couple of items. We will need the small merge block, and you could use the big one if you want. We will need a small battery. We will need the decoy. We will need a parachute. And the parachute hatch is not a requirement, it's just a little extra that I'm going to throw in there. So first thing, set up your merge block. Right. Then you need your decoy. Then your battery, and then your parachute hatch. Now, please note I am doing this in creative, so I do not have to put canvases near. But if you're doing this in survival, you need to load canvas through the cargo port. So instead of putting it on straight up, you may have to flip it to the side. Oh, and a timer block. I almost forgot about that. So, timer block, parachute hatch. Well, it's flipped to the side. Good enough. So let's see, we'll come up here, we'll throw another timer block up top. Access this, get out of that so you can hear me. So timer block is number 2 would be ship timer. This will be decoy timer. And we will set this one down to about 3 seconds. So the ship timer, we'll set up actions. We'll disconnect the decoy, or the merge block, to toggle that off. It will start the decoy timer. And on a decoy timer, we'll open the parachute. So here's what's going to happen. This timer is going to tell this merge block to disconnect, allowing the decoy package to fall away, and it's going to start the timer on this one, and 3 seconds later, this parachute is going to open. And the reason I said 3 seconds is because it gives it time to fall out of like a chute or something if you have it set up that way. Now inside the cockpit, you come down, you have this right here. It says set up actions. And if you read that, it says triggers when this grid has been target locked by another. And you got 2 options down here. This is, picture a sensor block. Whenever you come in range of a sensor block, whatever you put down here, the sensor block does. Whenever you go out of range of the sensor block, you put that right here is what the sensor block does. In case of a door, open the door, you come in range of the sensor, the door opens. Put closed door here, you go out of range of the sensor, the door closes. This is the same thing. Whenever an enemy grid locks onto this ship, this will trigger. Whenever the lock is broken, this will trigger. So in this case, all I want is ship timer to trigger now. I don't need it to do anything else. If you're having a shield, anybody who uses shield mods know that in survival mode, they can eat up a lot of power, which is not necessarily a good thing. So you can have your shield down, but if an enemy comes in and locks onto your grid, this will turn your shield on. And if it breaks the lock and gets out of range, this can turn your shield off to save you power. But I don't need that. For this case, just to deploy the decoy. Alright. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy this. right over here. And 3 seconds may not be enough. Yeah, 3 seconds may not be enough for the parachute. We'll come a little higher. Now I need to make this hostile grid. I'll come back down to my other ship. Now, as soon as I lock onto this, you will see the decoy drop away. You will not see the decoy drop away. The decoy should drop away. Set up actions. Toggle should turn merge block off, but it did not. Why did you not work? I had this problem earlier, but whenever I played with it, it worked just fine. What? Saying it doesn't exist. So decoy timer, ship timer, trigger now. Oh, there it goes. And there's the parachute. So 3 seconds may have been too long, but it works. For some reason, whenever I transferred it to the pirate, it lost connection to the timer block. But that's how you do it. So you set your timer block up to deploy the turn off the merge block, and the second timer block to deploy parachute. And technically speaking, you don't even need the second timer block. You don't even need that timer block. You don't even need a parachute. You just have to tell the cockpit to turn off this merge block. However, it being a planet, it's going to fall straight down. And by having a parachute on, it'll kind of hover there. And the enemy's AI weapons will target the falling decoy. Now, another cool feature. Let's get rid of that. Let's grab one of the random turrets. The Gatling turret am I just blind? No, I'm not blind. Gatling turret don't have it. But custom ship controller, I know this has it. Setup actions. This custom ship controller has the same feature where it can automatically do something. Two differences though. Number one is this is not if your ship gets locked. This one and a custom turret controller is if your turret controller locks another grid, it will do something. And also, it's the option isn't here because I haven't set it up. But there will be another one that says down here that says allow AI on or off. That has to be turned on for this to function. So same thing. You want an enemy. You want your shields to come on. You come in range into the enemy. Your custom turret will automatically detect that enemy and lock onto it, and it can do something. It can turn your shields on or turn your shields off at will. And I will have a separate video on how this works and how to make it function and how to create a custom turret. But just as a quick recap, fight a cockpit, set up action to do something. What do you want it to do? In this case, I got it set to auto deploy a decoy. But you don't even have to do that. You can do it with the shields. You can lock unlock landing gears, anything that you could put down in here, you can have it do. In this case, reactors, toggle reactors on and off, atmospheric thruster, gyroscopes, your camera, your Gatling gun, you can have them automatically start shooting for whatever reason. Antenna, turn your antenna on and off. Your decoy, you can turn your decoys on and off. Whatever. Whatever you can think of, whatever you can design, whatever you can put in that option down there, your cockpit can do it. And once again, it's your cockpit is if your ship gets targeted, it activates it, and the custom turret is if your custom turret targets something else, it'll activate. But this is Fireman Dan. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and I will see you on the next one.